good everyone? Just we're doing good. So in today's video we want to look at how to spot double bottom and top liquidity in a setup. So I want you to understand something. If we're talking about the double bottom liquidity and the double top liquidity, I made us to understand that liquidity is one of the things that drives the market. So if you need to understand how liquidity is being formed, how you see your liquidity in the market, it helps you make some certain kind of decisions that makes you that makes you ready, or have confidence in your confidence to take a trade. So still understand that under the smart money concept, there are a lot of things. So one of the things I love about the concept is that it makes liquidity it's focus. The smart money concept don't play with liquidity. So if you get a setup and you don't see liquidity, just make sure that you should not be confident in that kind of setup. So in today's video, I want to be spotting how we could make use of how we could spot a double bottom liquidity and double top liquidity. So for instance, for the double bottom liquidity, you always see it for a double bottom liquidity, you always see it in an uptrend. Understand? When the market is an uptrend, you see double bottom liquidity. When the market is an uptrend, you see a double. You see, when the market is an uptrend, when the market is pushing up, one of the things you see in that kind of market is that you see a double bottom liquidity in an uptrend, while in a downtrend you see a double top liquidity. So let's dive into it and let's understand how it works. So this is how it goes. So now let's start from out of and off here. The market's an uptrend, so we have our break structure continually upward. We have something like this. The market gave us something like this. So the market has given us an origin. We have our origin that caused the break of structure. We have the origin that caused break of structure. So we have this, and we have something like this. Market gives us something like this. So just pay close attention on how we are working on each of so one of these I want to show this I want to explain this video, so how to use the double bottom a double bottom liquidity to be confident in taking a trade. Because one of the things you understand is that the zone where that double bottom or that liquidity actually is gathering, it could be a point of, should I say, for let's say a resistance zone, a zone that market and buyers are like, it is tested. The zone was tested and it has not been broken. So that kind of zone is protected. So some people like, okay, this is a good spot to take a trade from, and not knowing it's a liquidity. You understand what I'm saying? So that's double bottom zone. It's like that double bottom zone, just like a zone that is tested in the market. Like, okay, all the traders are like, okay, since this point is tested, I feel I should take a trade from this point. You know what I'm saying? Some of them feel, okay, I should take a trade from this point. So let me spot out my origin for you. This is the origin that caused out the breakout structure. This is the origin here. This is the origin that caused my breakout structure, and mark part of my origin here. So now let me show you my double bottom liquidity. So now let me show you double bottom liquidity. So it's a very easy thing to spot if you just pay little attention. So you see this point, the market have to create something like this for you. This, so price will come, tap this. When I have this like this, I know I have my double bottom liquidity. Understand? So the market will do something like this for me to push from here. So most people be like, this point is tested again. It has been tested again. You see this is double bottom liquidity, a double bottom. I'm saying the market, the price hits a particular spot twice. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. That the market, the price hits a particular spot. You see this line, the market tap into this line twice. That is, you tap it here once, you push like this. I'm going to say, okay, this is a zone. It's a nice zone. It comes again, tapping, and it's give us a push. I'm like, it is a nice zone. Don't be deceived. The market is just trying to create liquidity. You understand? It's trying to create liquidity. So one of the things you see the market will do, the market will just come, tap, clear everybody that entered the trade from that zone, and it will push upward. Clearing the buy side liquidity. I hope I'm clear. So the market will retest that zone multiple times, at least twice, as I've shown in the charts. At least twice, taps at least twice, taps that zone twice, then before it goes to clear our buy side liquidity. So this is double bottom. This first one I drew, it's a double bottom. It's a double bottom what? Liquidity. So this is our breakout structure that causes our breakout structure. So let me draw a 50% zone. My confluences, I always want to respect my confluence because it's one of the things that makes each setup for me either valuable or not valuable, either to be taken or not taken. So see what I'm explaining here. So I go again. So now from the beginning we see that this is an uptrend market. Actually, market broke structure. So when it broke structure, so it pushed upward. So we look for what our origin. The origin that caused the breakout structure was this point. This is the origin that caused this breakout structure. Okay, where price reacted from, that gives us this new breakout structure. That is this our origin. So one of the things we're looking from our origin is that okay, we'll find a valid order block, and when we see any valid order block, we'll mark that point out, and this is the point we marked out, and wait for the market to give us something like the first video I did. We talked on engineer liquidity, and in this video we're talking about the double bottom or double top liquidity, which is something like this. You will always see it in the chat. So I'm posting this on my Telegram channel. I'll be dropping also examples of trades that I've back tested, that have given me a double top on a double bottom liquidity. So you see we have a double bottom liquidity here. That is price coming to this zone and testing that zone twice, dishing out a movement, actually like an inducing like, okay, this point is kind of a valid point to take trade from, and you see the next time the price comes to that point, it's also move. But know that the price will always comes back and clear this zone, because from these places many people's entry, you understand, or some their stop loss, the price will definitely come, clears it out for it to do its actual movement. So this is how we spot a double bottom liquidity, because this is an uptrend. If you see this an uptrend market, you understand, an uptrend market, and uptrend market. So one of the things I love to keep everything so very, very easy to remember: uptrend, downtrend. So I don't to use big concepts like bullish, bearish, all those. So uptrend, downtrend, just understand them. So this is how to spot your how to spot your double bottom liquidity. So now, if we are not in a uptrend market, we are in a downtrend market, how will it look like? So let's do that. So let's take out some of these of our figures and let's do that. So it's quite interesting when you're using diagram, but the real chart tells the real story. I hope you understand that. The real chart will always tell the real story. So now let's say we are having a break of structure downward. So let's see, we're having a break of structure downward. Now we are in a downtrend market. Let me see. Downtrend market that is trending downward like this. Have a break of structure. Structure downward. Structure downward. Market is trending downward. Structure downward. Pardon me. Clear the diagram. You understand it on chart. So we have the break of structure downward, and we have something like this. So what I told us that we should always watch out. So for our origin, so now the origin of this trade is this. That is the origin that caused the break of structure. Is this zone, which is this. We've marked out the zone. So we have our break of structure here. This is a break of structure here. This is a break of structure. We have our sweep of liquidity. Let me explain. Let me just mark this so not to confuse us. We have something called sweep of liquidity. I can call this my sweep of liquidity. It's when you have a sweep of liquidity, it makes your origin so very, very protected. It makes your origin protected. So we have a sweep of liquidity. So I've marked my sweep of liquidity. I've marked my break of structure. I've marked my order block. I've marked my 50% of my order block, which is this. I've marked my 50% of my order block. So I'm waiting for price to react to. One of the things I'll be waiting for is that, okay, I want to see what kind of liquidity the market gives me for me to take the trade. So we talked about original liquidity. So for this downtrend market, one of the things we're discussing today is double bottom and double top liquidity. So for this, it will be a double what? To be a double top liquidity. So this is how it will go. We have something like this. Market gives us something like this. Market plays around, gives us something like this. Just a key zone. We see it, you just spot a key zone and market taps into like 2 times in the market before price clears that key zone and get into a point of interest. So we see something like this always. So pay attention. It will kind of be trickish, like just like inducement. Okay, this zone, you look at this zone. So for some people, like I'll mark this zone. This zone is a possible zone where price can come in the future. So many people mark out that zone, like okay, price can actually come into this zone and do something tricky. So sometimes you need to be careful when you're making your decisions or you're doing an analysis. The price will come back, tap into that that zone, it's just like a protected zone, just a partial protected zone. It will not be protected forever. So you see, it will dish out a little bit of movement, to induce many people to either sell, to take a quick sell. Yes, to take a quick sell, and all of a sudden the market clears them out. Clears them from entry, clears their exit, taps into the patient ones, order block, then begins to do its thing. The market always does its thing, and the market begins to do this thing, and that is how the patient ones eventually enjoy the benefit of being patient. So, and this cannot actually be successful except you take your analysis from higher time frame, because you could also be trading a lower time frame that is not aligned with the higher time frame, and you make mistake. Also, you become liquidity. Yes, you become liquidity. So this only apply to those traders which take their time and do the analysis well, align their time frames together to make sure the setups work well. And mind you, you can get your analysis right and still eat Excel. The market knows how to do its things. Get your analysis right and the trade moves in another direction. It is not your fault. The market does its things. So sometimes just trust your analysis. Like what my boss always tell me, say trust your analysis. My mentor do. Trust your analysis and let your analysis do the major work. So this is how I got my double top liquidity. Yes, this is my double top liquidity. Yeah, this is my double top liquidity. So how do I get my double top liquidity? So understand the trend of the market first. That okay, the trend is a downtrend. So I got my sweep of liquidity. I got my break of structure. The origin that caused the break of structure was this point. So I checked out for a valid unmitigated order block and marked it out. Marked my 50% I want price to tap into. Then I position, seeing what liquidity the market will give. And for this downtrend, we spotted a double top liquidity, and we have marked out that zone, which is this, and patiently wait for price to clear double top liquidity. And you see price did clear the double top liquidity, moved to our TP. So this is how it works. Patience pays. This is how it works. So if you understand this, I'm teaching liquidity because most of the times in each setup you see there must be presence of liquidity. So if you understand the kind of liquidity that happens and how it works, it gives you an advantage. Understand? So when you say engineered liquidity, you say, oh, this is an engineered liquidity. When you see a double and an engineered liquidity can also form, can change from being an engineered liquidity into a double top liquidity, or a double top liquidity, or a double bottom liquidity, anyone. But is this an engineered liquidity, or is this a double top liquidity, or double bottom liquidity? You just have to know those differences, and like that you to take your trades safely. So we're dealing on liquidity on the videos we'll be doing. So the next video also still be dealing on liquidity. So just stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice time.